Okay, so good day everyone. It's December 22, 2022, and Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year. This is an update for our lesson 5 um, session. As you can see, the lessons built or created last January. There were changes on the Yii2 packages, the XAMPP versions, and the composers. They already upgraded their versions. And usually, what's happening is that um, you will experience bugs or um, issues when you're doing the tutorial that was done last January. But that's just normal, especially when you're developing information systems or doing uh, programming, because tools or languages gets updated from time to time. So what we're going to do is that we're going to recreate the lesson 5. Um, if you haven't already tackled the first version of this lesson, you can still do so. Of course, there are modifications in the syntaxes, I guess, and but we already tested it and was working with Sir Jesse um, on the bugs that he has experienced, and currently we're going to show you how to fix that. Okay, so let's start. Um, of course, in the lesson 5, we're going to install Composer and XAMPP and the Yii2 framework. I already did that, as you can see, but you can do so still. And just a point of or a reference, what we use will be using on the lesson 5 would be the XAMPP version 8.0.25, and Composer would be the latest, which is 2.5, and the XAMPP, sorry, in the Yii, we have the Yii Basic app version 2.0.47. Yeah, you can download this in lesson 5. Just make sure that you back up your project, the Yii2, save it on a different folder, because you're going to, when you install the XAMPP, everything in the XAMPP folder here will be deleted. Okay, then from there you will need to install the XAMPP, this one. Then after that, you need to install Composer using this link for Windows. Then you might need to restart your unit after installing Composer. After you have done installing your XAMPP to the latest 8.025 version, if you haven't already, because I guess some of you, when you started your lesson at this point, like November or much more or less December, you'll be already using this version, the 8.025, starting from lesson 1. Okay, and so what I'm going to show you right now is that we're going to extract a version of the, which is this one, from here. As you can see, I already did the test. Then we're going to do the fixes here, so that we can install the kartik Yii2 export extension. Okay, so let's start. Let me go to downloads, then after that, here, the Yii2 basic app, just copy paste on the HT docs folder. Okay, so let me show you what I already have. The XAMPP, this one. This is the 8.02 version. And next is for the composer, just open a CMD. Then we're going to go to the root, cd//. Then let's go to, let's just type in composer v. So we have the latest and the greatest 2.5 version composer. Okay, so now we're going to extract this one. And we need to go to our backup files where we kept our Yii2 project. Okay. Actually, we have references here already. I updated the things that you can use as references. The web.php, params, and text.php, so that you can grab the scripts from the files uploaded on the classroom. Okay. Okay, so let's delete this one. So we have the basic Yii2 basic. We're going to rename this. Then after renaming that to Yii2 basic, we need to connect it to our database. Okay, so let's open the db.php. Okay, from here, the db name, we're going to change this to Yii2 db. Then from there, we need to edit the web and add the consolidation cookie validation key, which is secret. Okay, and we're going to navigate to our page. Let's just see if it's running. Okay, you can see we don't have the changes we made from lesson 1 to lesson 4. Currently, we're just using the default package of the Yii application. Then from here, what we need to do is we need to go to the models. Okay, in the models, we need to rename the user.php. Okay, and from there, for me, it's already Yii 3 because I recreated with the updated package. But for you, if you started from lesson 1 with the latest version ready for the Yii, then it would be Yii 2 for you. Where we are going to go to models, then copy and paste the user here. Okay, then let's try it. Just hit refresh 2 times and it log in. And I'm going to use the default password in the database. Okay, for you to check. Okay, okay, this one. Yii2 users DB. Let's browse. And this one, FYD 645. Okay, then log in. Okay, so as you can see, I've already successfully logged in using the account from the database. I think this is lesson 3. Yeah, lesson 3. Okay, so by the way, don't forget to because if you going to upgrade from an older version to the latest exam, be sure to export your database. Okay, to a different folder. Okay, like this one, it's already in the downloads. And for fresh install of the latest version of XAMPP, just go back to lesson 1 and recreate or create the Yii2 sample. Let me remove database. Okay, it will remove Yii2. Okay, you just need to recreate the Yii2. Okay, create that. Then click import. Then from here, just click choose file, then go to the where you exported your Yii2 database and hit import. Okay, it's successfully imported. So that is how you export and re-import the database when you before you upgrade from an old XAMPP to a new one. Okay, so now um, let's do this again. F well and 5 again. Okay, still I was able to uh, log in. Now we're going to we need to recreate the users page. So we go to our equals to GI, then model generator, then table name users, okay, review, generate, okay, let's generate a CRUD for that, okay, app models users, search, controller, and path frequency. Let's hit preview, then generate. Okay, so if you want to visit the page, use this link above, localhost, Yii2 project, web, index of PHP, are source users. To be able to see the users page. But then we need to add this to the navigation menu. Okay, we'll replace the contact with the users. So what we need to do is we need to go to the views, then layout, then we go to main. Okay, then let me pull out. I think this was lesson 2. Okay, just go to the old project that I have. Let me go to that folder like views and layout. I'll just open it with Notepad. Okay, so it has it here, right? This one. So contacts, go to the end users. Okay, but we need to make sure that it's only visible when you're logged in. Okay, you can only see that when you're logged in, right? So I'll go back to the Yii2 project, then open with Notepad. It's me. Okay, so what we need to add is this one. Key visible equals to, if not, app user is guest. Okay, if user is guest, then it won't be visible, but if not guest, then it will be visible. So that means, as you can see, we're not logged in. Let's refresh that. Let's go to, okay, so the contacts page vanish. So we go to login, go to F5, click login, and the users page is now visible. Okay, if you log out, it's hidden. If you log in, it's visible. So when you click users, you can see the page of the users. Now from here, we're going to update the form. So currently I'm just recreating the lessons 1 to lesson 4. Okay, so that is usually what is happening in programming. Usually, in order for you to really be familiarized with the code, you need to at times repeat the process, relearn the process from time to time. Okay, I go to Yii2 project, then we go to, I think this is lesson 4. Go to views and users. We're going to open the form. Okay, so what do we need to change here? Side by side. First is the password is to be in text input. Okay, that's good. The sex is a drop down, and the bio is a text area. So we go to sex, we just replace the whole thing here in bio, and of course we're going to remove the access token or key they created in the form. Just save. Okay, so it will look like your new form, the users. Then let's click create users. We have it here, right? If you want to add distance in between lines, let's add a line break at the end of each field elements. Let's refresh. So there's a distance in between already. So this is done. We have the drop down. Okay, so now we're ready to add the plugin or extension. So what we're going to do is this one first. We go to composer JSON, then we're going to update this one and add this one. Okay. I think we're done with this one. Composer JSON. Go to required. Okay. And it says here we need to on the bootstrap 5. Dev and copy this one. Kartik. And just add the comma. Kartik drop down and okay. On the previous lessons we didn't add this one. Okay, because it was the bootstrap was version 4 January. This time it is already upgraded to version 5. Bootstrap is the one that making the user interface of the interactive responsive. Okay, so after that, go to params and we need to add these lines. So let's go to, okay, don't forget to save this one. Okay, save or Control S. Let's go to config, then let's go to params, who's params. Then we're going to add these two lines here, hit save, and after that we're going to config.php. We need to add this whole line after params. Okay, in this one, save. Okay, save. Then from there, let's go to the trial. We need to run this one, but we need to go to the directory of our project. So we go to cd exam htdocs slash Yii2 project. Okay, I'm already on the directory. Then let's hit composer update. Just wait as it will install all the necessary dependencies and etc. As you can see here, if we go back while it's doing its own thing, we go to params. What we added was that the bootstrap should be version 5 all throughout globally, and that bootstrap dependency enabled was set to false. Okay. Okay, so it's installing now. Kartik extensions and the needed uh, dependencies to install the export function on the user's page or index page. Okay. So while it's finishing up, let's go to our users folder. This is the Yii2. Okay, Yii2. Then we're going to open the. It's done. As you can see, it's already done. We're going to open the index PHP. Okay. As you can see, it's just a different because it's the old version. We only need this one. Use kartik export. Copy this one. And this one, we're going to need this one. We go to the Yii2 project, then use, then users, then open index page. Don't worry, we'll just need to. Okay, as you can see here, then if we go back to this one, let me compare a bit. This one is the January or old version of Yii. So as you can see, there's a lot of changes here. Okay, So we only added this one, the kartik export. And from here, we're going to copy this whole thing. Okay. And look for this section here. Okay. Then let's hit save. Let's remove this one. I removed that because this is the start of the PHP tag and ends with this one. Okay, so we're making sure that we won't bump into an error. Now let's go back to the users page. Let's hit refresh. That's how it works. Okay, just kinda taking its time. Okay, this added button the did not work. Let me check code. Yep. Okay, let me try to open and add the PHP for that. Refresh. Okay, that's it. So it needs to be separated. Okay. Or let's try this one. Ah, yeah. Okay. So it needs to be. Yeah, that's it. So make sure you have an open and close PHP for the export section, export menu, and this one. Okay. So that's it. Now just want to add an space here. So what we can do is add this line here, right? Supposed to 5x, 5x. So that will create a, as you can see, it added a distance. Let's increase the height of this div div tag. Div tag is a division. Okay, it's a division. Div tag is a division. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's it. It's kind of working. You can filter which needs to be exported. Let's try to export this one. Okay, that's it. It's already exported the file. Okay, that's it. And if you want to export a sample, just first name, last name. Okay, just filter it. Let's do it again. It's open. Okay, this one. So it's done. We have a working information system with a export function using kartik. So that's it. And thank you again. And hopefully you'll be able to finish the lesson before February. And of course, expect if you don't complete the lesson by December, there might be changes again in January. So don't worry, just ping me up if there's an issue on your Yii2 project. So thank you again, everyone.